We've entered the Talisker Whisky Atlantic Challenge. It starts this December.
It's a 3,000-mile trip across the ocean. We're rowing for 2 hours on, 2 hours off. We're going for the world record, so it should take us 40 days.
We may be facing 40-foot waves. That's not something really you can prepare for.
40 days when you're not getting any sleep, or you're eating poorly, or you're hurting, it's going to be really, really hard.
So we're going to be starting in the Canary Islands here, and our plan is to drop down south and then go west and make use of this current, and then that'll take us straight into Antigua there. I mean, that distance is, just look at it compared to the size of the world, 3,000 miles. It's going to be intense. We're looking to raise £100,000 for Movember. We've still got a month of Movember left before we head off, and we know we're going to hit our target. I mean, the reason we want to raise £100,000 is because Movember's causes sit close to our hearts. My brothers and I lost our granddad to prostate cancer, uncles out of court to testicular cancer, and I lost a friend to suicide at a young age.
Rowing one of these boats is a completely different experience to using a row machine in a gym. The guys at City of Bristol Rowing Club have been absolutely incredible. It's safe to say that without them, we wouldn't be at the start line. They took us from complete novices to fairly competent rowers. Rowing is probably one of the most complete team sports there is. You'll have to be in perfect harmony. If one of you has an off day, that's your entire race gone. You'll have to trust each other. You have to know exactly what each other's thinking, how each other is going to behave and row.
It's going to be sleep deprivation, salt sores, just general willpower to get us through. I mean, more people being in the space or have climbed Everest, it does make this a really exclusive club to be a part of. My biggest fear is the unknown. At the end of the day, we've trained as much as we can. We know we've got the right mentality for it right now. We know we've got the right build for it so we can lose the weight we need to. But generally on the ocean, I've never been on an ocean for 6 weeks, rowing 2 hours on, 2 hours off. I'm just going to have to do my best to make sure I stay mentally fit, and luckily I've got 3 lads I know I can trust.
Yeah, so we're in the gym now, show you what we do on a typical day. It's been a weekend of sort of campaigning, so just get back into the swing of things.
Inside our cabin, we're going to have loads of beautiful messages from all our families, like, we're proud of you, you can do this, all that sort of stuff. And then on Mark's side, it's just going to be a poster of Taylor Swift. I've forgotten all messages. I just need this to get me.
You're trying to tell me you're not going to look at that poster halfway across the ocean? Don't be daft.
I look at the first few days.
You want to basically do these kind of lifts when you're sort of, I guess, the most energised, you get the most out of it.
My training schedule is pretty much double shifts at the moment. So it's an hour of rowing in the morning, then I'll finish work and then I'll do an hour of weight training. Stuff like rows and squats and deadlifts, just really strengthen the core rowing muscles that you're going to need while you're away.
Drive, all you...
Just do what you can. Everyone tries to do the heaviest weights they can, when in reality, it's not about lifting the heavy, it's about your technique when you're doing it.
Training regime strong. I mean, we're incredibly busy with our full-time jobs and not only managing a campaign, but we're still fitting in gym 4 times a week and as much ergo work as possible.
When I was 12, though, I was diagnosed with scoliosis, which is curvature of the spine. It deteriorated to a point where I was no longer able to participate in any form of sport. I found that really meant I was excluded from some of the friendship groups I had. I had a metal contraption screwed into my skull, and I was hung vertically, so I had weights hanging off of my head to try to straighten my back out. After that week, I then had a second operation, and I had 2 metal rods and 18 pins sort of fused to my spine. I sort of went from being a very confident, outgoing, sort of, I guess, friendly guy to someone that was quite insular. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to go out and do things. I can relate to men not wanting to talk and not wanting to open up about their feelings. I've been there. I met some absolutely great friends at university. They helped me through it. But I know there's a lot of guys out there that aren't in such a fortunate position.
Obviously, the most important bit of equipment for us is the row machine. We're going to do a little challenge now, so you can do the fastest 250 metres with their feet out. I mean, the main benefit of this is people just use their feet once they're strapped in to pull themselves forward. With your feet out, all you're doing is engaging your core when you go back.
Nice.
Not bad at all. So he's done it in 47 seconds. You can do this.
We're obviously going to end up with a lot of blisters, both on our arses and our hands. The more you go down the gym, the more you build up calluses and build up sort of dry skin. That's going to help. The bigger issue is going to be the bums. The four of us are going to have to get very close to each other and make sure we've got good hygiene downstairs.
That's it.
Oh, 46.2.
46.2.
Well done, buddy. Really good power, mate.
On my training days, I have to eat about 4,300 calories. Lots of eating of chicken and rice and carbs. It's just trying to get the kind of calories and protein in there. It's not bad, you know. No one really hates that.
45.2.
This is obviously controlled. You're hopefully going to stay on the seat. Your arms can stay level. When we're in the actual ocean, we're going to have water high on one side, maybe low on the other.
The waves are against you, elements are against you. This is nothing compared to it.
I love a challenge, and I think as an ex-professional sports person a long time ago, you understand how amazing challenge is, and to try and really push yourself physically but also mentally. These guys to do 2 hours on, 2 hours off for 6 weeks straight and get on as a team and not end up throwing somebody off the boat is going to be a massive challenge. It was a real no-brainer for the trustees of the Sport Foundation to help these lads fulfil their challenge and fulfil their dream. One of our straplines is, average Joe is a hero, because, anyone, if you can just change your perspective on life and have a different experience and push yourself, everyone has an opportunity to try something outside your comfort zone, and that grows you as a person.
So many people are so super proud of what you guys are doing. The more that people hear about it, the more inspired people will get to do something like this, and support for such a great cause. I see, obviously, Movember we've known about for a long time, but look, I'm not planning on rowing the Atlantic, anytime soon. But I do have ambitions to do those types of excursions when the time comes. So I'm looking forward to hearing about your guys' stories. And
What about this Movember? You going to grow a tash?
yeah, definitely. I haven't clean shaved. I've just been prepping myself for a clean shave. So I took off the beard a couple of days ago, and I'll go clean next week. Look, it's not strong. It's not strong.
Telling me.
That's a years of growth.
They've been incredibly supportive as part of Bristol Sport Foundation, and they've been backing us throughout this campaign. It's been going really well with working with them.
The race was actually my idea. Myself and Mark were on lunch, we used to work together. I then mentioned that I saw this race on the internet last night. It was a rowing race, 3,000 miles across the ocean, and we decided to enter it. We'd never rowed before, and if we can prove it, we can do this and hopefully inspire others and get the message out about mental health. On board, we have to produce all our own water. We have a water maker, which consists of a pump and a filter, and we filter the sea to produce our own drinking water. During the trip, we are actually hoping to do some fishing. It's a good source of protein, and hopefully it'll lift our spirits. Everyone asks about the toilet question. It is literally just a bucket. So there's a phrase, bucket and chuck it. We've all gone to a restaurant tonight with our family and friends. We couldn't have got this far without them. The support they've showed us has been absolutely tremendous.
He's done lots of challenges before, hasn't he, with his bike? But when he said this one, I go, yeah.
We were a bit surprised at how big it was.
I was amazed really that he was doing something so big and something for Movember as well, raising so much money and awareness for the charity.
We'll be tracking them.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah.
Who is going to be seasick first?
John.
Who is the worst at snoring?
Ooh. This man goes to sleep straight away. So do you actually, and you both. Whoa.
Steve came home one day and was just like, oh, babe, how do you feel about me rowing across the Atlantic? And I was like, yeah, okay, you could do that. Never thinking anything would actually come of it, but then a few months later they started planning, they got Movember on board, and it's just been crazy since.
I think I am extremely proud of what he's doing. It is, it's just not the challenge of rowing, it's the effort, it's the training, it's the amount that's gone into building that preparation for the challenge.
Who is going to smell the worst? I don't know what fresh kind of hell this is.
It isn't fresh, that's the issue.
Typical mum, I'm afraid.
I'm the one that's, absolutely worried sick for them, but I know they're going to be okay. I know they're going to be okay.
I'm confident they're going to do it.
Yeah, we've had prostate cancer in the family. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Through this sort of incredible adventure, I'm hoping it'll be a platform that inspires others to go out, do their own challenge, raise money for Movember, more importantly, get talking to each other.
Go the distance and stop men dying too young.